Seth the Mighty now taking that zone for himself, but remember that zone in the middle and the back on the Commonwealth side is being neutralized and possibly captured by Laubox now. More importantly, this Matilda has moved up. It's extremely cocky, firing on loads of infantry who aren't really doing anything anyway. BillieBurito spawning a Daimler to take care of the half-track, and now going to move in to kill all the infantry in the area. Using direct control as well, but unfortunately that AT gun that was stolen from BillieBurito is used against him. That's really bad news. I feel for you, BillieBurito. My heart goes out to you. You are trying your best and it's just not working out. You do have the middle zone though, that's freaking good. Laubox has either forgotten about the central location or is just feeling overconfident. Once again, this AT gun being put to work on Mithras' Hetzer, which we saw retreat earlier. It's been fully repaired. Churchill also firing on it. We've got a main gun damaged for that Hetzer. It did take out the AT gun. That's a good sign. We've got a Puma moving up. Screaming Eagle buying another Puma. It's caught this Matilda off guard, but it's just turning around right now. But oh dear, no. AA gun for Feliny, a static emplacement. Takes care of the main gun on that Puma. It's trying to run away. Run! It's smoking. Unfortunately, the rear armor is facing the A gun, and it just penetrates it. It's dead, Napa. No! Feliny coming with the infantry squad. Some grenades being thrown onto Laubox's infantry. This is definitely going to help BillieBurito claim this zone back, and it's definitely what they need. Currently, though, the Commonwealth are just annihilating this game. Look at the amount of zones that they have, although we've just seen a zone neutralized on that far right-hand side. Not sure if the Commonwealth are going to notice that. Feliny losing quite a lot of guys there, so pretty good job to Laubox to fend that off. It just seems like there's one guy left over now. Fortunately, he tried to run away, but he got grenaded. The map is looking a slightly bit odd. This AT gun is still here. I think Feliny's going to deal with that. Hopefully recapture it. It will be a waste. BillieBurito does have an infantry guy just behind the AT gun. He could move that up and gun that guy on the back of the AT gun quite easily. He's not going to do that though. He's going to let Feliny take care of it as a Panzer IV approaches this Matilda. Could it be the end for this Matilda? It does seem a little outmatched now. The Panzer IV is lurking in the shadows somewhere. There it is. We see it. Just behind the trees. Is it going to take a shot? It doesn't seem like the Matilda's noticed. Feliny, what are you planning? It's gone back into the fog of war. Going to have to catch up with that later. The machine gun fires on this side of the map, and the Churchill hiding in the water, not disabled. That's perfectly fine. Maybe Seth is trying to stop that being flared. The flare doesn't work in water, as some people know. I didn't know this until someone told me, but that's I'm not sure how useful that is exactly. This Puma has been captured by Feliny Chan. A welcome addition to Feliny's arsenal of weaponry so far. Got an A gun, a Puma, and some indestructible Hyper Matilda, which just won't freaking die ever in the history of mankind. We got a half-track also lurking on the right-hand side. That's going to be no problem for the Churchill once it decides to get out of the ditch it's buried itself in. Puma going to make a charge. Didn't survive long though, instantly destroyed by the Panzer IV. In spite of that large explosion that happened, all the crew survive inside, and we've just got this commando and tank crew trying to fend off the Volkssturm from Screaming Eagle. They're not going to hit the dirt though. Okay, one guy hits the dirt. The rest are going to stand and fire away, and it seems like the commando's dead and the tank crew's dead, and overall, oh, it doesn't appear to be a Panzer IV. It looks like a Stug to me. But oh well, now we know. That's the unfortunate drawbacks of being live and not having proper observers or replay functions of the game. Hint, fricking hint. Anyway, we can still enjoy this game nonetheless. We have some Anzacs on the field for Seth the Mithras, and he's darting them across that ridge to their death. They're not even going to stop to fire. The Churchill trying to cover the guys. This looks like a really awkward position to be in. Fortunately enough though, Seth didn't send all of his Anzacs across that ridge. We do have one lone survivor though. He's going to go ahead and heal up. This central position still controlled by the German forces. Not seeing much in what's going on there. Once again, courtesy of not having observers or replay systems. Matilda looks like it's been fired upon. Still alive though. The Stug is firing on it. One shot pings off the front armor. Because this thing's indestructible, it looks like another round went flying into the building behind it. This Matilda seems in a lot of trouble right now. We've got a Nashorn on the right hand side at the top of the screen. We've also got the Stug charging in. Rather, it's a stew tank. Again, the second mistake. We also have one infantry dude on the right hand side that tosses an AT grenade on top. And finally, this Matilda has been fully disabled. Praise the internet god for that one. We still have this AA gun firing on the stew tank. Damages the track on it is now inside of the AA gun for eternity. It's gonna die. It's so gonna die. Hull destroyed. And that's the legacy of the Matilda. That's that was just one super hyperballer Matilda. That's just great play from Feliny. Well, one hell of an explosion going off on this house. One rifleman unfortunately breathes in too much debris and suffocates. It seems relatively peaceful on the right hand side of the map. We've got some machine gun fire from the Churchill finally on the ridge. Over in the distance though, they're not crossing. It's just on that central position behind that wall. But other than that, it seems pretty damn calm. Apart from this zone, which has been captured. It's been captured by the enemy. Enemy scum capturing locations, how dare they. The cowards attack our forward base, or in this case their rear base. Seth, what is your excuse? Whoa, jerky mouse syndrome. Sorry, sometimes my mouse is a little bit dodgy and just decides to jolt off in a random direction. On the left hand side it appears to be where most of the action is, or at least where most of Screaming Eagle's anger is directed at. More pinging noises, but I'm not seeing it on the map. Is this a bug? I'm not sure. I think this is what was trying to be indicated to me. Seth the Mighty has a sneaky saboteur, which I predicted right at the start of the game. This is the stuff he likes to do. He deals with one of those Nashorns. We can see a Nebelwerfer also popping up onto the field as well for Mithras. I don't think Mithras is going to fall for that. He's definitely going to find that saboteur at some point. Feliny also trying to be a little bit sneaky and get one soldier into the back lines. And there we go. This is saboteur has been discovered and gunned down. He's going to get one hell of a sophisticated teabagging. Elsewhere on the battlefield, it looks like finally this area is being trespassed by Feliny. Screaming Eagle does not have eyes on this area because the infantry is not dead. That's usually how I tell. We've got double half-tracks appearing now. The score is currently 77 to the Commonwealth. 0 to the Germans. They've just not had any points at all. It's going to be one huge crushing defeat for the Germans unless they capture zones like the game was meant to be played. We've got another half-track down. We've got another half-track down. Smoking on this back right point. Seth the Mighty using direct control. Inspector Seth. This is exactly how they investigate on CSI. He's finally stopped her. Whose footprints are these? He seems to have found a clue. What's that, Scooby? You'll do it for a Scooby snack? Alright then. We've got a vehicle approaching in the mist, and there's a guy. Stop right there, criminal scum. Tries to throw an AT grenade, but he fails miserably and drops the grenade on the ground. And that's the end of that episode. I have no idea how many things I have referenced there. I completely lost the plot, but that zone is now safe. Nebelwerfer shots firing into the central point on the right hand side. It seems like we got 2 fortifications where MGs have been, but only Seth's fortification MG-ness. Losing my sentence structure now. Only his MG stands on that area. It appears Feliny has lost all control over that left hand side. I tell a lie, she's not been defeated. She's still freaking there, pounding the crap out of Screaming Eagle. Screaming Eagle not too happy. He's charging in a half-track in the back, and this A gun, that's it. Rotate the freaking thing, lower elevation. It's not what the half-track is. It does look like something else dealt with the half-track, though. We saw a hell of a lot of lead bars, yes, completely lead bars appear. Great, grand explosion. Blows off the sunroof of that half-track. I didn't even know half-tracks had sunroofs. A second explosion goes off. All we have left is that commando who's essentially saying, "Are you not entertained?" And over here we've got some bumper car action, this 222. has a goal to destroy that MG, and it does. It's going to destroy the second MG. Main gun destroyed. Hit by the light 80 gun on this left-hand side. Missed that MG gun. Sends that freaking 80 gun flying. Wow. That went far, and even though it was Seth's own AT gun, he can appreciate the fact that that was pretty damn awesome. 222 from Mithras, gonna retreat. It's had its lols for the day. It needs no more. We've had a lot of crazy stuff happen in the last 5 minutes. We've had Inspector Morse, no, not Inspector Morse, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Morse was shit. More explosions happening on the right-hand side. Track damage for the half-track. We had 2 half-tracks, actually. Well, only 1 now. The crew gets out under fire from the Nebelwerfer. And this Puma still repairable. Veteran Tiger on the field. It's a bit too late for Laubox to get this. It's not going to be very effective now that there's only 4 points left to capture for the Commonwealth. Once again, this point has been neutralized. The culprit's most likely Laubox. Who else would do such a thing? And this half-track needs to watch out. This is an SMG soldier. He could have an AT grenade. All the crew disembark successfully. It's a good job on their half. And they fire underneath the half-track, which I did not know that they could do. It was a pretty damn good shot from that soldier. A half-track moving in on this right-hand side. Mithras has the right idea. They need zones, but it's all too late. Pretty damn good game. Congratulations, Feliny, Seth, and BillieBurito for your victory this time round. You may have lost the last game, but you've equalized now. Forgive me, I was trying to be a little bit gangster, but that was not working out for me. And I also said Inspector Morse was, well, I insinuated it was not very good. I'm quite partial to Inspector Morse every now and again. Not that that's important. I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm Inuki TV and such and such and such. On to better things. Good night.